Everybody starts out as a rookie in this game, and because they don't want to look like it. They actually want to appear to look like they know what they're doing, and so they tend to do what everybody else is doing just to not look like one. I get it. But if you want to stand out with your music and your music marketing so you can rise above the crowd in this game, then tune into today's episode of the Music Money Makeover Show. First things first is running ads before organic content is created. Running ads before creating organic content doesn't foster reciprocity. When people see an ad, they don't think, what does this person have for me? Instead, they wonder, what is this person trying to sell me? In contrast, organic content prompts viewers to consider what value you're offering. By creating ads before organic content, you're focusing solely on selling, which doesn't give people a chance to learn about you. And this approach fails to support your call to action, as potential customers haven't been given enough information to engage meaningfully. Now, as an artist, you need to provide more details about yourself so that people can make an informed decision to purchase or stream. So let me make this make sense, and I'll repeat the quotes again. When people see an ad, they think, what is this person trying to sell me? Because it says sponsored or it says ad or whatever, right? It's marked as that. So we know that this person is trying to sell us something, because obviously it's not working organically, or we haven't seen them organically. So we consider it as an ad, even if it's coming from an artist, versus if we see the organic content and we followed you, or it was suggested, then it's like, oh, what does this person have for me? Now, when you create, and I don't want to jump the gun because I'm going to specifically express why this is a problem, but when you create these ads before you get the cushion of the organic ads going, you tend to lose some things in the process. But I don't want to jump the gun. I'll say that for later. Let's keep going. Rookie mistake number 2 is playing to your weaknesses because everybody else is doing it. The worst thing you can do in music marketing is to imitate everyone else. As an individual, you have unique strengths and weaknesses. And when you simply copy what everyone else is doing or what others are doing, you're not leveraging your strengths. Instead, you're downplaying your strong points and emphasizing your weaknesses. Focus on your strengths and identify which platforms will best showcase them. By doing this, you'll stand out from the crowd of artists who are all using the same marketing strategies. Let me go to the videos with the artists with the freaking microphone. Yo, we get that you're trying to show us that you're talented. But my thing is, hey, why don't you push it a little bit further? Instead of standing in front of the microphone with the video, because those are played now, remove the microphone and just shoot the freaking video. Just shoot the video, man. We know that you're lip syncing anyway. And if you're not lip syncing, then keep it raw and rugged on the phone. So that way we can just hear what you sound like. But if you're gonna lip sync anyway, remove the mic, shoot the video, single shot like I recommended, and get more creative with the video. That way it'll look like you actually put some effort into what you're doing versus copying the same thing that you see by people standing in front of the mic. Like, it's cool and all, but we done seen these. There's nothing that you can get more creative with your videos. And so playing to your strengths means that my camera guy has a certain strength or an eye to shoot. And I have a certain concept that I want to give over to the viewers. And if we combine that together, that plays to our strengths. And then we figure out the platform that will play to our strengths that we have. And then we go from there based on the amount that we want to put out, the amount of content we want to put out, and the quality level that we have. You see what I'm saying? So don't follow the crowd when you're doing this stuff. Play to your strengths, not your weaknesses. All right, rookie mistake number 3, creating awareness without enlightenment. Creating curiosity without enlightenment is the #1 way to make all of your marketing efforts falter. This approach leads to potential supporters and fans only seeing and loving your music, but then not knowing what to do next. They're unsure about whether to follow you or stick around, because very quickly, any new supporter or fan will tire of music alone. They'll move on to someone else who can keep them entertained. That was the key, while providing enlightenment. People need someone to be their champion, a relatable figure they can connect with. Well, there are people out there who just strictly make music to make music. They put it out, and if people love that music, then they consume it. And that's okay if you're that type of artist. Just don't expect a lot of money from it. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to make a lot more money from your music, if you want to have a meaningful career that sustains itself, then you're going to have to do more than just create awareness. Awareness is the music video that we just talked about in the previous slide, the single shot joint. Imagine if that's all you did and that's all we saw, and there was mystery there, and you did that and you put out music and then you kept putting out more. Eventually we're gonna get tired of them joints. Like there's an artist, I'm not gonna say his name, He went super viral for shooting music videos that were all single shot with captions on TikTok. Rapper, right? And it's still doing it. But I'm watching his likes go down. Like, he'll have certain spikes every now and then, but the likes and the viewership just keeps trickling on down and on down and on down. Because what's happening is he's only giving music. He's only giving music, and occasionally he'll do a live where he's in the studio, but it's not really that engaging. And some people may not be too interesting, and they need to find another way to enlighten people. So if you only focus on the awareness part, which is the music videos, putting the music out on Spotify, then you're right there at the beginning and you got stuck and you got to go deeper. But if that's all you want to do is music, then don't expect a lot of money from it and don't cry when you don't get a lot of money from it. This is a whole thing. All right, let's go to rookie mistake number 4. You're unclear on your music's transformational element. When creating curiosity with your music videos, whether they're full-length, single shot, or micro videos showcasing your talent, it's crucial to imply a transformation that supporters or fans will experience when they consume your music. Without this transformational element embedded in the content, fans won't understand why your music is worth their time. This implied transformation is key to making your content more engaging and meaningful to your audience. So sometimes you have to make them transform. So you can see artists that do these, talent-based videos, and they look at the camera like I'm looking at it. And they have a direct conversation through the language of their eyes and through the way that they sound. And they look directly at you when they're doing what they're doing in the video. You know what I'm saying? And that transforms you, so you convey your energy through the camera to them. And then now they're intrigued by what you got going on. And this is what you want to have happen. You don't necessarily have to say it. You just have to be it. And then if they lock into that energy, then you transform them. So if people see people doing a dance on a certain song that may be going viral at the moment, everybody else wants to jump in and do that dance, or they want to learn how to do that dance, and so that they can do it on their videos on TikTok or whatever, right? Or on Instagram. It's the same thing. If you shoot the music video, you want to imply the feeling so that people take that feeling, embed it in their brains, and then go try to live it in the real world, or an aspect of that transformational feeling. That's why I say, if you make music and let's say you make high energy rap music, and then and then you shoot a video with someone working out to it, someone may get intrigued and say, I want to go work out or run. Or someone wants to say, well, hey, look, I need to take my lady out on a date, because this video implies the emotion that they gave the music. So it's the transformation element of the content that people miss. Sometimes you just shoot a regular music video and you just cool about it, you know what I mean? And it's just like whatever. You didn't give any implied purpose as to what you wanted the listener or viewer to do. And that's what the video is all about in the first place. You see what I'm saying? All right, let's keep going. The last one is neglecting access points. When new record labels and artists begin marketing, they tend to rely solely on their social media platforms and actual accounts, okay? However, they often neglect what I call access points, pathways to reach the marketplace beyond your own social media account that can be more powerful than the account itself. This includes leveraging influencers, email lists of influencers, media outlets, or media outlets with social media pages. These access points to audiences both within and outside the platform will allow you to expand your message much faster than using your social media account alone. So a lot of you all do start with your social media accounts, but you don't look at influencers that talk about music or people that review music. Or I was on YouTube the other day, and I didn't even know that Dat Piff from back in the day had a YouTube channel, but they do. I think they got over 1 million subscribers on there, and they put out new hip hop music on there. You know what I mean? Like, people neglect to contact these sites so that they can put their music up. These people have a wealth of people who are looking for new music. And if you're trying to target people that are looking for new music, that are trying to stay fresh on the ground, then these types of pages are where you want to put your music at. It just is what it is. You want to put these on music review sites. You want to not neglect the blogs. You still want to go for the blogs, because if people are looking for new music, you want to get as close to the new music listener as possible, not just on playlists and not just putting your music on social media. We still have to use some of these old tactics to get directly and meet right up with the new music listener. Not the casual listener, the new person. So they can go and tell everybody else of how cool they are because they found the newest new. See what I'm saying? So that's how that works. Let's keep going. If it works for everyone else, why can't I do it? I'm not saying you can't do it. However, you need to find what works for you based on what works for everyone else. This way you can play to your strengths and not your weaknesses. Just find out what works for you, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I really wanted to get to. Check it out. I see artists running ads all the time. This is very true. However, what they're not telling you, and probably will never tell you, is that shortly after running ads, they look at how much money they've actually lost. Then they stop running the ad and go right back to creating content. And in many cases, independent artists cannot sustain themselves by running ads. They often take roughly a 90 to 95% loss on the money spent, not making any return at all. And this is what happens. I don't think I need any further clarification on that. This is not a joke. This is serious. Like, I've several clients, just over and over and over again. Same thing. Man, I ran some ads. It worked. I got some listeners. Lost a lot of money, man. I gotta regroup and figure out what else I need to do. Okay. All right. And I'm not gonna say I told you. That's not something I've actually really voiced on here, but I'm voicing it now. It is what it is. Now, all I have is my social media account. This may be true when you're starting out, but shortly after putting up a few pieces of content that express your talent and who you are, you'll want to start finding access points more than relying on ads. These access points can provide much more organic word-of-mouth exposure, which will ultimately give you far more reach than the ads alone. I've already expressed it. It is what it is. But here's what you can do. Focus on organic content and begin to tell your story. Imply how people should feel when listening to your music through visuals and your talent-based content. Develop relationships with more access points into the marketplace you're choosing to target, and start playing to your strengths. That's what you can do. You can also do this. Build your record company and your publishing company in 60 days or less with the foolproof step-by-step process, all right? To keep the middleman out of your pocket, gain funding for your record label and publishing operation, and keep the legality troubles out of your way. You wanna do that? Click the link beneath this video right now and get started today with my course, the 60-day record label course, all right? If you're skeptical about how all this works, grab my free guide, 10 Major Steps to Increase Your Record Label's Profits. A free split sheet is included with that download, plus a mini course to further expel your skepticism, all right? Now, here's the upside. If you improve these parts of your marketing, you'll see a dramatic turnaround in your results. The success will, in turn, provide the motivation to keep moving forward. As you implement these improved marketing strategies, you'll notice increased engagement from your audience, better reception of your music, and potentially higher streaming numbers or sales. And this positive feedback loop will fuel your confidence and inspire you to continue refining your approach. Implement this stuff, please. Take note of it, implement it, change what you're doing so that, you know, people can say, man, dog, this is incredible. I've never experienced nothing like this in my life. I love what you do, and you'll get more praise. I love what you're doing, man. I'm a fan. I'm with you, man. I'm a supporter, and you'll just increase the supporters and the fans that you need by actually catering to them, caring about them, selling to them, playing to your strengths, all of that. But here's the downside. If you neglect these parts of your marketing, you'll begin to spend more time, effort, and money to achieve the desired results in your music career. This inefficiency can hinder your progress and drain your resources. Moreover, it may lead to frustration and burnout as you struggle to gain traction in a competitive industry. And without effective marketing strategies, you might find yourself working harder, but seeing diminishing returns, potentially missing out on valuable opportunities to connect with your audience and grow your fan base. I don't think nobody here wants to miss out on the potential audience and growing their fan base. A lot of this is a mindset shift and switch. And if you can make that happen, Music Money Makers, I promise you, it's gonna be an enjoyable ride for you. Right, Music Money Makers? So if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, jump to the 60-day record label course beneath this video, smash the like button, book a call, grab the free stuff below, and I'll see you next time. Peace.